WIFTV.
Live from your studio. You're listening to Book of Dawn. Book of Dawn with Dawn Milhouse.
Good morning, sunshines. Good morning. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, December 30th. I am Dawn Milhouse. This is Lisa E. and I call him Peanut Butter, but y'all have to call him Flo. Is in the board, being the boss today. This is the Book of Dawn. We are broadcasting live from the What's in It for the Black People Media Studios. Shouts out to Maze Jackson and Maze Jackson Morning Show. He kicked my nephew out of here today. I got to figure out why he kicked my nephew out of here. They call him Little Ron. I call him Nephew. He's nephew. He's my nephew.
And he liked that right away. Your TT. Yeah. He likes TT.
Hey, it's almost a new year. How about it's 36 degrees today, and that's as good as it's going to get. So it is what it is today. However you're feeling right now, that's what you're going to feel all day. It's going to drop again to 10 degrees overnight, and there is a 10% chance of precipitation. It is National Bacon Day.
Bacon, like I can bring home the bacon?
Like swine.
Oh.
Swine or turkey bacon or vegan or whatever your flavor is. However, when I did eat pork, baby, well, none like the thick rind bacon that you could chew on the side for a long time. I was about to say a cuss word, but I think Roz Finkel is probly listening, so I'm gonna curb my cuss words this morning till after she gets off, and as soon as she get off, I'm gonna just drop.
BLTs are good though. BLTs are like the best sandwiches. Bacon, like it's so funny. I've never had a piece of ham or pork chop in my life, but I eat bacon. I know, go figure.
Oh, that's cool. I mean,
bacon's like an exception.
Oh, right, because you're supposed to be kosher.
Well, yeah, kind of. I mean, yeah. Hi, everybody that's watching. We might have a bunch of...
Happy birthday, LeBron James. Happy birthday, Tiger Woods. Happy birthday, Tyrese Gibson, Layla Ali, Justin Combs, that's Puff and Misa's son, Dallas Austin, Rufus Williams, Emma Dehuff, who's one of the baddest upright bass players in the city, and my cousin, Winter. It's Tony's baby girl's birthday.
Aww,
she's 13.
Aww.
She's officially a teenager. Happy birthday, Winter. Today in Black history, guess what happened? The first African American elected to Congress during Reconstruction, Josiah Thomas Walls, was born into slavery on today. Can you imagine?
No.
He served a couple terms. He ended up, obviously, because of the disenfranchisement and the laws, they paralyzed the voting rights of people, so he wasn't there as long as he could or should have been. However, that's a real one's birthday. It's a real one's birthday and celebration. Posthumous. That's a good word. Posthumous. Today is Who's That Girl? Woman Crush Wednesday, and we will be talking to the one and only Mrs. Roz Finkel. That's her mama. Yeah. That's her mom. I called my mommy, and I said, Mommy, tomorrow, initially, I said, let's do our moms before the end of the year, because we really should have started with them.
Yeah.
Hindsight is 50-50. So I said, okay, let's do them tomorrow, because it's the last Woman Crush Wednesday of the year. So, okay, cool, rah. Sit by. Mommy, tomorrow we're going to honor you, Mrs. Finkel, and posthumously Janice Pearson, my mother-in-law. And she was like, okay. This is like 9 o'clock yesterday morning. Okay, let me start getting ready now. Okay, because she's a pretty girl. I got a text later, and she's like, I'm gonna wait and do it at a later date. I said, okay. Sometimes with my mommy, she's a real boss, but okay. I said, well, Lisa, I text you.
Right.
I said, well, it'll just be your mom. We'll postpone Mother Janice's till February. the month of her birth and celebrate her 70th birthday because that's when her celebration of life will be. And so whenever the real boss lady calls in, we'll do it. And then I decided this morning we should make sure we talk to Maze's mama. She could probably tell us some stuff. Mm-hmm. I mean, the pictures tell it all. If you guys see go on his Facebook page, you see any of the pictures of Maze, you can tell he was quite the handful.
Yeah.
But everybody's mama.
Yeah.
Ruth, I want to see Ruthie's mama. I got to talk to Miss Howard, Lori Howard. I got to talk to Herbie's mom. And, I feel like we should go down the line.
But I still we didn't get to really interview you because you actually are the Who's That Girl. You kind of fit all of the things that we've been doing. So at some point, I want to take some time aside and we're going to talk to you so people can see some of the other things to where you've come to now and what brought the Dawn Milhouse to where you are today.
I told y'all, I can't tell y'all that, but guess who can and guess who shouldn't? My cousin texted me yesterday. Where's my phone? My cousin texted me and said, go on, I'm going to put it in, if she's listening, tomorrow, if you're listening, put it in there. She said, go on this link. All your business is on there. Not just mine. Like everybody's.
Only Dawn. Because that's how much people like you.
But really, I went on there and it was very nosy. Wow. It was so nosy that, my husband.
Did I really do
my husband was married before me, but it has people that she's associated with. It was his ex-wife's kids. I don't even know them. But it's deep. It gives your address. It gives every email address you've ever had. It gives phone numbers. It gives your current address. I was like, So if she's listening tomorrow, let me tag her. Tamara Frazier, if you're listening, please put the thread in here so we can educate the people. Apparently, you can go on here and have it taken off. I was not that successful yesterday, but I promise I will do it today. It's got your kids. I mean, it's in your business. It's like been verified or something. Real people. It was not okay. Yeah.
I'm just excited to get my hair done today. Thank God.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to your mama about that.
Yeah.
Ask your mom.
She's seen it. Yeah, I've had some difficult hair forever, pretty much. It used to take.
That was a cute way to put it, right? Difficult hair.
Yeah, very difficult. So
gotcha. Wait, it's almost time for break. So Lisa's mom is a career teacher, right? Other than being a mother, a housewife, a soccer mom, and probably looking for something to whoop Lisa because she had to be mischievous. I just feel it in my spirit that Mrs. Finkel's going to tell us that there was a little ruler tapping on.
And the thing was, sometimes. I used to get told on all the time because where we grew up, we were in Country Club Hills, but when you go 8 houses down the street and you walk up the hill, that's Hazelcrest. That's where the school was, Chateau. My mom taught at the school we went to. She started teaching kindergarten when I was third grade, I think, because she had both my brothers in kindergarten. But I would get in trouble at school, and they would go right to my mom. I'm like, how come you didn't tell the other kids? And all the neighbors, too, they all knew she was a teacher. So, yeah, I used to get in trouble a lot.
That's good. I mean, that's the way it used to be. Community. Everybody on the block could whoop me.
But they all told on me.
It was not a... It was like, oh, you were off the porch? No. Yeah, of course. We didn't have.
Did you ever get in trouble though for stuff you tried to do good? Like I saw there was a lady around the corner and in her backyard she had lilacs. Now I love purple, and I was like, I'm gonna pick my mom lilacs.
You were stealing. That's why you got in trouble. That was stealing.
Yeah. So, no, right? Yeah, I took her lilacs. Took the lilacs.
Doesn't matter if you like the room.
Exactly.
I mean, like the color of the flowers. You took the people flowers.
Yeah,
that's cost.
And I had to go back and apologize to the lady. I don't think so.
I'd have tore your hands up. I did Jay.
I was doing it, but you know how you do something like I think 6 or 7, and I was doing it because I wanted to bring it to my mom, and I brought her flowers, and she's like, where did you, she know I didn't drive or anything, she's like, where did you get these beautiful lilacs, and I had to return them.
Out the people's yard.
Right. I pulled it out their backyard.
What
I
you
was like,
mean,
I was trying to
right
give
there?
them to you, Mom, because I love you so much. Right.
She's like, love them right back to their lawn.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna do a word of the day when we come back, and then because Lisa's mother was a teacher, I have me and my words and I'm gonna say it wrong. So Mrs. Finkel, if you're listening, I'm intentionally saying this wrong.
She's gonna
look. I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all be. I know that doesn't go together. Saying wrong. Like if you watched the show yesterday, somebody could say you looked at the show yesterday. It's looked, not looked it. We'll be right back. This is the Book of Dawn.
This morning when I rose,
Church Chicago's Power Hour. I'm your host, Angie Mims, and
Terrence Keys.
TD, a.k.a. Terrence Daniels.
I wish I had one witness in the house.
You got one.
Got a couple of them.
got
Two T's.
Give me a testimony.
Oh, Lord. He's did it before. Oh, Lord.
I got one.
Something
better. I got 5 reasons.
5 reasons. Oh, Lord. He turned it around.
Turn it around. He woke me up this morning.
Oh. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Go
number
ahead.
4.
He woke me up this morning.
Come on, number 3. Come.
He woke me up.
Oh, Lord.
He woke you up.
That thing could touch you.
I'm
One
telling
of
you.
them 5s will get you. What's the second one?
He woke me up this morning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
And the number 1 reason,
Number 1. Final answer.
he woke me up
He
this
woke
morning.
me up this
He
morning.
woke me up this morning.
That's a testimony.
That's a
Turn that thing
testimony.
Boys, step aside. The Radio Rookie is in the building. The Book of Dawn, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on What's In It for the Black People Media.
You see me, you see him, my best friend. He hold me down like ankles fighting the waves. Apply to my crime, yeah, I do time. Till I'm with you, I be counting the days. Yeah, ooh, been through so many things, but we always get through. Yeah, ooh, it ain't always perfect, but it's worth it. This is deeper than the surface. If I said I didn't love you, you and I know I'd be frontin'. Wiped all my scars away like it was nothing. Took the parts of me I tried to hide to make them something, something. Like it was nothing. Ooh, so much, baby. Ooh, you know you drive me crazy. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Ooh, let me tell you why. You make it easy, to take it easy. Feels so easy, easy to love. To take it easy, feels so easy, easy to love. I never thought that I would give it to you, but now I don't think it's the time, I won't do it. I think it's cause the way you talk to me, know how to say it without making me feel little. You're gracious even when you pop off on me. When you get done, I got a little something to drop off on you. Because you earned it with the time you took to put it that way. You got me liking to get put in my place. If I said I didn't love you, you and I know I've been frontin'. Wiped all my scars away like it was nothing. Took the parts of me I tried to hide to make them something, something. Like it was nothing.
Okay, so we're about to go on the air and then.
Ready. We're back live from the What's in It for the Black People Media Studios. I am Dawn Milhouse. This is Lisa E. This is the Book of Dawn. The book. Why is it the Book of Dawn? It's the Book of Dawn because it's a gumbo of my life is gumbo. I make gumbo, but my life is gumbo. Not just because I have Creole ancestry, but my life is gumbo. This is a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of all of it in a pot together.
It's like a plethora.
It's like a good stew. That's how. If somebody ever asks you what is the Book of Dawn, like say it's like an open book of good stew. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Say that part. Let me give you some corrections before the teacher comes on. Folks, stop saying looked it. You didn't looked at it, nothing. You looked at it, okay? Flo, you know that, right? Okay. No looked it. No looked it. You didn't looked it at it.
I looked at it this morning.
Just like I am not light-skinned, okay? I am light-skinned. I don't know why this tid and did this yet. I'm light-skinned, snow-skinned, okay? Nobody's big-boned, okay? Big boned? Sure. But you're not big boned. I don't even know if I honestly believe that. Unless you like Shaq's height or something.
Right.
Mean, yeah. No, you're fluffy. You're not big boned. Okay. How about when people think they're real smart and they say, yeah. What do you want to conversate about?
I was just thinking the same
Girl, bye.
thing.
Well, it's not a word.
Right. That irritates one of my friends that has like all these degrees and she always claims how smart and she's like, yeah, I conversated with this guy the other day. I'm like, no, you didn't. You conversed.
That's all. You don't try to add.
I didn't, but I didn't say it right. I conversated. I'm like, no, you did. Like, and you know, when you have people, I don't want to be the one to correct people because I do.
Like, look, I do, and you can just pass.
But see, that's because we both grew up with all of that, but because of our
conversation.
Yeah.
Girl, be quiet. Did you have breakfast this morning, or did you have breakfast? Okay. Did you have breakfast? You can say it fast.
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
I had some breakfast this morning.
How do you turn your TV? What do you use to turn your TV?
The remote.
Yeah. This is me right here.
Right, but
remote
not
control.
The remote control. That is
the remote.
Give me the remote control. The what? The remote. That's very Negro. The remote control. Okay. Let me clear my
throat.
Throat.
Oh.
Throat. It should be.
Like, wait, maybe I'll say. Because, I'm doing it extra because just in case some of the, like when I have to do stuff, my hands get sweaty because I know when I'm in front of teachers, like I never get afraid to talk, but when I had to talk in front of, when my mom retired from teaching and all of my old teachers were there, I was terrified to get up and talk behalf of our family because I was afraid I was going to say things.
You're going to have to clear your throat.
Yeah, I was afraid I was going to like not say things with proper
articulation.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard anybody say throat though?
Yeah.
Girl, I got to clear my throat. Throat and moat. I just like maybe I don't know where we're. Anyway, do you? What's the rash on your arm? And it's like puffy. I get it sometimes in the summer.
Hives?
No, it's like it starts with an E.
It's
not eczema.
Yes, eczema, right? Eczema?
Yeah, not eczema, not eczema. Spelled different.
Eczema.
Yeah. However, I was excited. Well, this is a couple weeks back. I was excited. I live very near the library.
See, now when women say that, yeah. I wanted to call one of my friends and correct her. When guys can get away with that in broadcasting, but when a woman says it, she had so many
I know
people.
exactly what you're talking about because I heard her. So, it's a morning show. Mm-hmm. She said, and I said,
she said my library card, yeah.
Girl, that is not a word. I know exactly. I heard that. I know who you're talking about. How about the doggies that I love? My cousins had them when we were younger. Max and Rox were their names. They were
puppies.
They were.
Wait, what did he say? Wait, say it.
Look, I wasn't even gonna say it on like you ain't. What was it, Rottweilers?
Yeah, it's not. It's not a rock. Yeah.
Oh, a Rottweiler.
Right. Yeah. It's. Why do we all say Rockweiler? It just sounds maybe like Jay-Z or something. I don't know.
Y'all parents taught y'all certain things. Our parents taught us something.
Okay, yeah. It's so auntie or big little big. I forgot what they call me. It's a rot.
I have one too, but I don't know if it's on your. It might have made your list. But,
go ahead.
What am I supposed to do tomorrow?
Yeah.
Instead of supposed, but I have so many friends. I think even my dad used to say that I'm supposed to do that. Right. Like, but people just say that's the way, I'm supposed to do this.
Right. When did the song? I'm supposed to do that. What an old rap song has that in there? I can't remember what it is. I might not want to remember because I think Mrs. Finkel is somewhere on this thread. Yeah, I see her face. I can't even. Lord have mercy. The Auntie Roz is watching me. I done made it now. I'm very cool now. Okay, so I got one more, and then I'm going to table my ignorance until after the educator's on. I'm going to start speaking. I'm going to start talking like I actually have a master's and that I went to school in Valparaiso, Indiana. And but I'm going to be like the other Dawn. I probably will slip into her, but for the most part, I'm going to make certain that I don't sound like Lisa Ray in some of her movies.
Oh.
Okay?
But because her dialect can be, yeah, but you can be you. It's funny because I know when you're around people's moms, when I'm around your mom too, I act a certain way. Like when your mom, when I played that April Fool's joke on everybody saying that I was going to work on the Ellen show, and we were giving away cruises to the first 50 people that emailed me. And at the end, it said April Fool. Everybody else, I'm like, oh, that was a joke. Dawn's mom sends me a message, and she's like, Lisa, I would love to go on the cruise. And I'm like, I felt so bad. I don't know if I called your mom because I did. I was like, I don't want to just put it like, Mom, it's a joke. But I called her because I was like, oh, it's Mom. Like, it's,
See, you play too much.
Yeah. Right.
Wait,
but it's your mom.
Do you know anybody that calls the toilet the commode?
Some people, yeah.
No.
That's like back there with remote control, the commode. And how about Frigidaire? It's the refrigerator.
Frigidaire.
No, I say the fridge. I say fridge.
Well, but not the Frigidaire. Maybe that was near something like the brand or something. But yeah, the Frigidaire. I can't even say it.
No, ain't no re. It's Frigidaire.
Frigidaire. Yeah, that's when you're getting real smart. The Frigidaire. The why? You conversated with the Frigidaire. Right. Listen, you tuned into the Book of Dawn. You know who's that girl is about? It's about shining light on people that you may not see on TV. So it's our way of shining light on some woman in our space that created a place that we could grow, learn, and really should have been recognized a long time ago, way before Channel 7 did their Who's Who in Chicagoans.
And I don't think
And guess what? Her mama is from Chicago. She ain't. But her mama is.
Straight, yeah. But and I don't think we really give, I don't know, we don't really look at how much our parents have done until later. Because my mom was just telling me about all the stuff my grandmother did and how she did everything for them. And she's like, wow, you just don't realize how much stuff they do for you until you're late, until you're older. And then you're like, wow. Like, it's like the stuff I see my mom that she did, I was like, how did she do all this with 4 kids and all of this, But
baby, that's
your mom too.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
The Book of Dawn, Roz Finkel. When we get back, stay with us.
Hey y'all, this is Salim Muwakil from Muwakil's World. In case you missed the last discussion, this is what you missed.
There was a time when there was a large-scale mythology that African people had no endurance. We were only good for sprinting. Right. And that was our forte. Other than that, we were useless in marathon races. Establishing your patrimony on the land. If you bury the dead, that means that this land is forever in your family.
Who are our ancestors, really? We are the living ancestors to a whole genealogical line going back hundreds of thousands, millions of years that we carry within us living today. Everyone who preceded us. Mm-hmm. However, that conception took place, whether it was violently, with rape, or whatever the case, but we are them living today.
That's why it's important to understand our capacity, man. Our capacity is unlimited. We have unlimited potential.
Absolutely.
So make sure you tune in Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 11 to 1 p.m. on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Boys, step aside. The Radio Rookie is in the building. The Book of Dawn, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Yeah, man. Ideas, it's ideas, man. You don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind you. It's so clear to see that you wanna be free. You don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind you. It's so clear to see that you wanna be free. Let's go. Standing my ground, I can't mess around now. It's like my time is in a bottle, captured by your love, yeah. Now I know women's got this thing going on. We can't stay around so long, but I wanna come correct. Baby, get your foot off my neck. You don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind me. Understand clearly.
Hey.
You wanna be free. It's the time.
They don't have to find me. They can just look on Maze Jackson's page, or Maze Jackson on YouTube, or What's in It for the Black People Media, or my Facebook page, or my Instagram at Lady Milhouse 1L, or at Lisa E Radio.
Yep.
I mean, I'm pretty, and apparently on this site that we need to get all of our business off of.
Yeah.
That's Maurice Mahan. You don't have to find him. Download it. It's available now. Video coming soon. This is the Book of Dawn. It is Who's That Girl Wednesday. And our woman crush today, you can see her. That's Mrs. Roz, a.k.a. Rosalind. We calling her Roz because she's hanging with the girls today. That's Mrs. Roz Finkel. Good morning, Mrs. Finkel. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine, and you?
I am fantastic. Look, I'm holding your favorite pen. Can you see it? Can you see this pen?
Yes.
And I have them, right, I have them for you because it's easy. Yep, she requested your Milhouse charity pens.
Roz Finkel is a Chicago-born. Mrs. Finkel, Mama Finkel, I tease your daughter all the time because, she likes to say, sort of, kind of, she's from Chicago. And sort of, kind of, she is because you are, but she's really not. So I tease her all the time.
But I do claim Country Club Hills.
She does.
Right, I claim the hills.
But
you are Chicago.
But this is my Chicago family right here. Yeah. Okay, this is Roz Finkel, a 2-time breast cancer survivor whose mom immigrated from Romania and dad from Poland as an educator, a retired educator. But from what I've learned in the 25 plus years I've known Lisa is that you were a teacher, a mom, a housewife. You could probably sew better than Gloria Vanderbilt. You hosted all the children at your house. Dinner was ready at 6:00 every day, and everybody sat down to dinner together.
Yeah. Exactly.
Welcome.
Except if Dad was late working. Yeah.
Dads are always late.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Book of Dawn, Mrs. Finkel.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Thanks for agreeing to do it, and you look great. I haven't seen you in a couple years, but you look great.
Thank you. I wish you'd come over one of these days again once this madness is over.
I promise I will. And
Well,
I won't
then we'll
invite
have
Rick
dinner.
Party because
Oh.
Rick Party will want to eat all the
Lockheed, yeah.
the Lockheed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never had it, but I don't want to share with him. You should tag him on there and let him know your mom's
yeah.
on the thread. Mrs. Finkel, I have to ask you, did you go to Roosevelt University downtown?
Yes.
I got my master's from there.
No, I got my BA from there.
Okay.
Dawn got her master's. Dawn got her master's there.
And then you went on to get a master's degree, correct?
It took me a few years because I was content with my bachelor's, and I had 3 children at that time, and I just wanted to get out of the house.
Yeah.
And at that time, you could substitute teach. Well, now you can too with a bachelor's. But I had my 4th child, a son, and I thought I was able to substitute at the school where my children were going. And the kindergarten teacher left on a sabbatical. She was pregnant and she didn't come back. So you were able to substitute, I think it was 90 days or whatever it was. And they all encouraged me to go back to school. So I was going to Governor State, to Lewis University, whatever. And I finally got my master's in education from Lewis University, which was then National College, Teachers College.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and then taught for 25 years as a kindergarten teacher.
25 years as a kindergarten teacher and 2 years in 4th grade.
So you have to tell us. Lisa tells us stories. You have to, first of all, hi to all my surrogate brothers and sisters, Andrea and Mark and Craig, and your incredible grandchildren. But you have to give us some dirt on this girl. Because we just know she told us the lilac story. She slipped that one in this morning. We had never heard that before. I've known her 25 years.
Remember that when I picked you those lilacs from that lady's yard around the corner?
She knew I loved lilacs and brings me, she was about 5 years old, and she brings me this beautiful, beautiful bouquet of lilacs. And I said to her, Lisa, where did you get that? And she finally told me, and so we marched down to this neighbor's house, and she apologized, and she never did it again.
That's good stuff.
Never did it again, but she wanted to please Mom.
How cute is that?
She was, Lisa, when I would dress her to go to school, kindergarten at that time was a half day.
Okay.
And my next door neighbor would always say to me, Roz, your daughter looks so pretty when she goes to school. You wore a dress then, and she had little, shoes on. You didn't wear gym shoes. You didn't wear sweatpants, whatever. And she went to school, and when she came back, it was only 2 hours. She looked like she had been in a hurricane.
And we only lived 8 houses away.
Every mud pile of water, Lisa loved. And she would jump in it and she would play in it. But she was always, and she still is, very, very kind-hearted, loves animals.
She does. She does indeed.
And she's just a good-hearted person.
Very cool.
Good to her friends, good to her parents.
Look, I have some stories, but I can't tell you because they're like when you're friends with somebody for so long, you kind of collect these bones and you just have to take them to the grave with you. So I'll share that when we come over because we'll leave Lisa out, and I'll bring some Manischewitz and some champagne.
Yeah,
and then we can.
Great.
Right.
I'll look forward to it.
Mrs. Finkel, tell me about your tenure. You were in high school interning with the Chicago Sun-Times. Ultimately, you were asked to stay on. What did you do for the Chicago Sun-Times?
I in high school, I took, we called it stenography, steno, which was shorthand and typing. And so I applied at the Sun-Times to see if I could get a summer job. And at that time, the Sun-Times was across Chicago River, and across from the Merchandise Mart. They were on Wacker and Wells in Chicago. That was the old Sun Times. And I worked there. I got a job as a secretary in the national advertising department. Now, national advertising was big names like not car dealerships, but Buick, Chevy, whatever, and the names of the big corporations. And I was a secretary to different, men in the department. And when I graduated high school, I knew I was going to Roosevelt, and I asked if I could stay on. And at that time, they were moving to what is now the Trump building. And no comment. And then so I stayed there. I would go to school in the morning, and I would work from 1 to 5 in the advertising department of the Sun Times. And I always comment, now I can't walk, I use a walker. Roosevelt University, well, you well know where it is. And I would walk from there to the Sun Times, because sometimes it was faster than taking the bus. Because then the buses ran on State Street and on Wabash and so forth. And in high heels. You didn't dress wearing gym shoes and comfy clothes. You had to look like a lady when you were downtown then. And I would go to work and come home. I lived with my parents about 5:30, 6 o'clock. And I did this until my first daughter, Andrea, was born. And at that time, I got married in 1964. And Andrea was born in 1965. And I lived on Sheridan and Estes.
I know exactly where that is.
You know where that is.
Yeah.
And when I grew up, when I was working at the Sun Times, I lived in Albany Park because I went to Roosevelt High School.
Okay. Mrs. Finkel, you obviously are a hard worker, but it seems like that that was one of the important things that you instilled in your children. I know that you have a daughter who followed in your footsteps, who's a teacher. Lisa is the creative, so you worked in advertising, and she ended up not necessarily in advertising, but in a creative job or employment career space. How important was that for you to make certain that you instilled those principles in your children?
I grew up with them. My mother was not born here, either was my father. But my mother, every Saturday, would take us downtown Chicago to see a movie in a live theater. They used to have a Chicago theater, at the Oriental Theater, State Lake Theater. But she also took us to the Goodman Theater for plays whenever it was, once a month or so. And not being born here, she educated herself. She learned how to speak English, and she felt education was very important and made sure we were educated and went to school and so forth. And I grew up with it. Mm-hmm. And when you grow up with it, you instill it hopefully in your children. You can only hope that they get the message, but if they don't, you can only wish them the best.
Yeah.
But all my children, thank heavens, went to college, and they may not have grown up or gone to school with.
Well, you said it right the first time. We may not grown up. That would be me, but go ahead.
No, what they wanted to do, and then changed positions in colleges to their majors, but they finished school, and that's the most that I can,
And Mom, I was gonna say, also not only us that you instilled for education, but a lot of people don't know that when you're a kindergarten teacher and you teach those early grades, you're the one that sees some of these issues, if you will, with kids with speech impediments, with other things, and you've had challenges with them, but even as adults, you still get people like when people see me and they're like, aren't you Mrs. Finkel's daughter? You help so many kids that have made it big because you found out what their problems were early on, whether it was hearing impairment. So touch on that just a little bit about, people need to listen to their teachers.
A little girl who as a 5-year-old, I didn't diagnose, but I told the parent I thought she had diabetes. And sure enough, she did. And that I kind of saw because my mother-in-law was a diabetic, and I kind of saw some of the signs. And when I told the parent, it's very, very not touchy, but you have to be very, very careful because I'm not a doctor. I cannot diagnose, but you feel that there is something wrong with the child. And sure enough, this little girl had diabetes, and, that's really hard. We had children that came to school that were diabetic that had to have meals in the classroom. They had to have a break where they had something to eat because they're young. They're 5 years old. They must eat constantly. Children that had different problems. They could read, but they didn't comprehend what they were reading because they didn't see it. I had kids that were had dyslexia, and it's hard. But I was telling Lisa, I just got a card, in fact, from she's not a little girl now. She's a mother herself and teaches in Las Vegas, but I had her when she was in kindergarten.
Wow.
And I still have on Facebook a couple of students that I keep in touch with that were in kindergarten. And it's always so nice to hear good things about these children and what they amounted to and what they've done. And, you're their first teacher. I mean, they get their first teaching actually from their parents, but you're their first kind of professional person that they come in contact with. And it's gratifying. I'm always sorry. I was always sorry to see like the little girl with the diabetes or whatever happened to the other children. But if you can catch these things when they're young, you have a chance for them later to make something of themselves, to do something. And that's gratifying, and to keep in touch with them. Like Mark, my son, I had him in kindergarten because I was the only kindergarten teacher.
Oh.
But he is still friends with some of the kids that were in his kindergarten class to this day. They were even, they stood up at his wedding. They've been friends ever since, and
they
so
still
wonderful.
They still want you to cook when they used to come to the house, or even when Mark invited them to your house. Now, Mrs. Finkel, are you going to make Reuben sandwiches? Or
Reubens. Mrs. Finkel, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back. You got to tell me about how you met Mr. Finkel, because I heard it was a blind date, but now you've told me that you had to wear the heels, because back then, we couldn't wear what Lisa and I have on today. Look, I don't even want to stand up and show you because we're not properly dressed as ladies today. We got on boots and sneakers, but you have to tell me about this blind date, because a blind date led to 4 children and 55 plus years of marriage for your family. Stay with us. This is the Book of Dawn. I'm going to give you a Chicago city term, because a teacher is other mommy. A teacher is the other mommy. Did you know that? So we're going to come right back with Roz Finkel, the other mommy. We'll be right back.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. Boys, step aside. The Radio Rookie is in the building. The Book of Dawn, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on What's In It for the Black People Media.
very small. 'Cause nothing even matters at all. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters at all. Nothing even matters. Nothing even See, matters. I don't need no alcohol. Your love makes me feel 10 feet tall. Without it, I go through withdrawal. 'Cause nothing even matters at all. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters. These buildings can drift out to sea, a natural catastrophe, but there's no place I'd rather be. 'Cause nothing even matters to me. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters. Nothing even You're part of my identity. I sometimes have a tendency.
That's Sam Trump. That's Sam Trump, y'all. SamTrumpOnline.com. That's a swaggy song.
Yeah,
swaggy.
That's
swaggy. We are having a morning tea, a morning spot with Roz Finkel, aka Utter Mommy, aka Lisa's mommy, and you met your husband on a blind date.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about that. We didn't have dating apps and things like that. Who set that up?
My mom was on Tinder. No, she swiped dad to the left.
We didn't. You didn't have clubs. You didn't have whatever they have now to meet people online. I don't think I would have been brave enough to even do that, even with a blind date. But a very distant cousin of mine played mahjong. Have you heard of that? Mahjong is played with tiles, and it's kind of it's like a Chinese game where we have to match. Anyway, she played
like a rummy
this
cube.
game.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, and she played with my husband's mother, and the only way you really met people at that time is they didn't have bars, where you could go for the happy hour, for that kind of thing. It was different in that time. You met usually men, boyfriends, whatever, through other friends.
Okay.
And so they arranged a blind date with my husband. Now, he lived 108th and Halsted South.
Woo! Shoot, he wouldn't live over there now.
I told you my dad went to Englewood High School.
He went to Englewood High School, yeah. I lived south.
You lived north.
In Albany Park. Well, at that time, I think it was only Edens. They didn't have the Kennedy. They didn't really have expressways, but whatever. He came to my house. He was wearing a suit and a tie, and I was dressed up. And he came in, and we were talking and so forth. And it was about 9:30. And he said, "Do you want to go out for a drink?" Well, I was not really a drinker, neither was he. And the only place, if you went for a drink, there were some bars where you could just sit at the counter and have a drink. Anyway, he stayed at my house, and by that time it was too late to go anywhere. So he left. And I thought, well, we'll see, if I see him. He seemed nice. And he called me and he said, "Would you like to go to the ice show?" And the ice show they used to have at, it was called the Stadium. Chicago Stadium.
Yeah.
And what is it called now?
Turn it to United Center, but.
Yeah, the United, at that time it was called the Chicago Stadium. And I said, fine. I said, well, I work downtown. I will go over and pick up tickets. I'll buy the tickets and then he'll reimburse me. So I bought 2 tickets and we get to the ice show And 2 rows in front of us sit my sister-in-law, his brother, and her brother and wife.
Oh, wow.
Now, I would have said this was prearranged had he bought the tickets.
Right.
But I bought the tickets, and I would never have known that. So this was our second, if you want to call it, date. And we decided, all of us, we would go out. I can't think, it was I believe Mama Luigi, if I'm not mistaken, this Italian restaurant for dinner after the ice show. So we went for dinner.
With Aunt Uni and Uncle Howie, too?
Yes, with my sister and Gloria and Harvey. And my sister-in-law now said to me, why don't you come over to our house? And she lived in Chicago Heights. Now, at that time, I knew from Chicago Heights, I can't tell you. I mean, I was a North Sider. The furthest thing I knew was Rogers Park,
right.
Downtown Chicago. Although I did know Englewood because my father had a store on 63rd and Racine.
Okay.
But anyway, so she invited us to her house. And of course, there was no way I could get there. He had to take me. So he picked me up and we're going. And I said to him, something is wrong. You are going so slow. Everyone is bypassing you. What is wrong? You better, drive a little faster. Well, it turned out something was wrong with his car and it wouldn't go faster.
I never
Anyway,
knew
we
that.
get to my sister-in-law's house about an hour and a half later. And poor guy is driving on the Dan Ryan, had just opened up in Edens and all these expressways we're trying to get to. And we were there and she invited us again. So whether or not he wanted to go out with me or I wanted to go out with him, she kept inviting us to all these things. And it was near, I went out with him like in September, October. It was almost near New Year's. Now, New Year's Eve was a big thing. You had to have a date. You weren't anything unless you had a date for New Year's.
Yeah, it still is.
Don't throw that in right now. Okay.
She was having a party and invited me. Well, again, he had to bring me. So that was how we started dating. And then he was off. He worked at Sears. He was off on Friday. So he would pick me up at the Sun Times and we would go to my house for dinner or go to a show or whatever. He liked movies. He liked theater. And I love theater. And we just kept going out. And I don't know.
And then he popped the question.
Well, kind of. We were driving on Lakeshore Drive, and we were talking about he kept saying something, and he worked at the candy department at Sears on 63rd and Halsted. Now, I don't know if you're a Chicagoan, but that was a huge shopping center by the Southtown Theater.
Oh yeah,
and that was a gorgeous, gorgeous neighborhood. Roseland. All that whole area. And I told him, well, if he kept insulting me, he was just going to have to keep bringing me candy. And he said, it's cheaper to marry you. And so I, on my lunch hour, went to Peacock's downtown I believe they were on Wabash. And I had my finger measured for a ring on my own. And I bought a card, and the card said something, if you're game, or if you're chicken, I'm game, or something on that order. And I gave it to him. We were driving on the outer drive, which was stupid. We could have had an accident. And we kind of got engaged. And that was my
in the car?
In the car, yeah.
First of all, Mama Finkel, I knew you
That's
was
a player move.
I knew you was a G when I met you. Listen. Did you hear that? She said, if you a game, I'm a chicken, or whichever way it go. Because here, what we're not going to do is keep talking about this. Here's my ring size. Get her done.
Right.
Big. I love your mother even more now.
I didn't know all that, Mom. Right. I'm like, what?
Well, so he didn't. All those books were that you show. Yeah, I showed you with all the cards. The card is in there.
Yeah, okay, now I'm going to go do I'm going to take a picture, and that's going to be a Throwback Thursday picture when I come over.
Story. Hey, that's a story, baby.
She has my mother's a writer. She has a whole entire book, which I want to turn into Roz's memoir. She has a book from dating my dad's stuff younger, like an entire book. My mother is a major writer.
Did you hear that, though?
I know.
First of all, he said it would be cheaper to marry you. This is the cutest story ever. And then she went, that's something I would do. You're not a Taurus, are you?
No, she's a Gemini.
But I had the nerve to go to Peacock's. Now, I don't know if Peacock is still downtown, but they were a very prominent, beautiful, big jeweler. They had, their jewels were, and I measured my finger. And then when we went for a ring.
It sounds like something I would do.
I love this story.
He took me for a ring, and he gave me 3 choices, and I picked the ring I wanted.
Listen, this is probably the best story I've heard. This should be like on Lifetime or something. This is a good story.
I told you, Mom. She has stuff written. My mother's like, yeah.
This is super cute.
It was like a diary, and when I worked at the Sun-Times, I had a Selectric toothbrush, a typewriter. And being a typist, I could type, so I typed up all these things and I put them in a book.
I
kept them.
Absolutely adore this. Just to update you, I know you don't get to the city much, but 63rd and Halsted, that shopping mecca is gone. However, there's a college there, Kennedy and King College, had a whole restoration.
Yes.
There is a Whole Foods on the corner of 63rd and Halsted and a Starbucks coffee, among other things.
Dawn, are you from Chicago?
Yes, born and bred. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so and remember around the corner of where Sears was the beautiful Southtown Theater.
Mm-hmm.
Is that still there?
It is not. No, and the stadium is gone. Mrs. Finkel, did you ever go to the amphitheater over on Halsted? Because that was on like 45th and Halsted.
Yes.
Yeah. That was a big.
I hosted
that's
a couple.
when the circus used to be over there.
Yeah,
Barnum and Bailey's. Yeah,
Barnum and Bailey's. These are things that I kind of miss from Chicago. I always said when I retired, I would love to live in Chicago because, as I say, I loved theater. I loved going to the shows. When you went downtown to the show, you dressed up. I remember my mother used to wear a hat and gloves, and we had to dress as kids. You could not go to God, if you wore gym shoes, whew, you would be thrown off even the CTA bus.
And you got recruited to the south suburb. Well, go ahead.
Well, no, I was just going to say, so there's, Mrs. Finkel, there's this quiz that I give all Chicago people, right? And your daughter can't take it because I just will not allow her to say she's from Chicago because you raised her in a great suburb. But you don't even have to take the quiz because I'm listening to you speak, and you've already answered 3 of the questions in the conversation.
Oh.
She's said gym shoes repeatedly.
Right.
She said expressway, and she said the show.
Right.
And anybody who married a man from Inglewood, then and now, is real Chicago.
Right, but then they moved to the suburbs, right? Yeah.
But she's from Chicago, though.
Yeah.
She's from Chicago. You're not from
And
Chicago.
my aunt and uncle that she met that second date actually live next door to my mom right now. My dad's older brother and my aunt.
Just hearing this, now I understand Lisa a little better. Because her roots are different than I think I always looked at you like a country club Hillian or a suburbanite.
I am.
You have your DNA has a little
Right. Yeah, Park Forest we were born, then April 3rd when we moved, it was it was right after, it was Grandma B's birthday, though, April 2nd or April 3rd, right before my 6th birthday. That's when we moved to Country Club Hills. But the one thing I did love about where we grew up, everything was so, like our neighborhood, everything was so diverse. We didn't have, we didn't have, it wasn't like, the white kids, the black kids, the Hispanic kids. We all grew up together.
That's why we moved to Park Forest.
Yeah,
and
we wanted.
At that time, that was the diverse community. It was a suburb.
And I didn't.
One of the first.
Right. I didn't start seeing a lot of, tensions till really almost college, because growing up, we all got to know. I mean, I had an Indian friend, a Chinese friend. Everybody got to learn our cultures from whatever religion, race, origin, background. And people came, like, they would come to my house and they call their mom. It didn't matter what their backgrounds were. They were like, "Hi, Mrs. Finkel," or "Hi, Mom." And, our house was always open. And we learned at such a young age different people's traditions and customs. And so when I started seeing all these different tensions, I'm like, wow. Like, and it's like, I don't know.
So
I love
lightweight in a bubble, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I did see things because we had issues. I was telling them before when I'm not going to say their names, Mom, because you know who they are. When I went to that slumber party, and it was a family that they were taught that Jewish people were the devil, and one of the little girls asked where my horns were, and it was the friend of mine. It was her like younger brother or sister. And I, of course, being the comedian, I'm like, "Oh, I left it on my nightstand." And my other friends were like, "Why don't you call your mother now?" I'm like, "But I want to stay, you wanted to be with all the kids and stay over. It was a slumber party." And then that next morning, remember, they were going to try and make us sit and pray, and I had to call you. We won't say their names, but you taught them.
Well, you keep saying you're not going to say their names. You say probably listening.
I'm sure they're not listening, but I mean, there's other people listening, so I'm not going to bust it out right now. But.
So let me say that I have known Lisa. We literally cannot figure out when we met.
Like early 90s.
I don't even remember where it was.
It might have been maybe when you brought Malcolm Jamal Warner to GCI. I don't know.
Oh,
that might have been the
80s.
first time.
That was late.
Well, because I started working at GCI in '89.
That would have been
89, 90. So yeah,
that was probably it.
Okay,
probably it. Mrs. Finkel, they're telling me our viewers are telling me that I do have to ask you the hot dog question, and the hot dog question is: do you put ketchup or mustard on your hot dog?
What do you think?
I hope you say ketchup, but you're probably going to say mustard.
No, a Chicagoan does not put.
Her nor my dad put ketchup on a hot dog. Neither I do. I put ketchup and I'm a ketchup and mustard.
Well, she's from Chicago.
I'm a mustard person. Sometimes even when I have a hamburger, I will of course use ketchup. But sometimes, if like a chicken sandwich, let's say, you could whatever. I don't know. I'm more of a ketchup mustard person than I am a ketchup person.
There you have it. Somebody said you have to ask the question. So yeah, she never mind the rest of it.
I grew up on mustard.
Yeah, her and my dad both. Yep.
I just want to, before we let you go, I want to read you some of the comments that are just beautiful, and I want to share them with you. One of the viewers said, in this courtship, there was no mention of what are you going to do for me? Your courtship was very classy. Another of the viewers said that her whole room is listening to it because this story is just so genuine. Somebody said the Sears headquarters was on Van Buren and State. They are having as much fun. One viewer said, when you meet someone back in the day through a friend, you kind of have an idea of who that person is because you trust that person. Yeah. But I think they have enjoyed the story as much as I have, and I definitely have learned more than Lisa ever even told me. She's been keeping us apart all this time.
Well, I didn't know some of this. I didn't know some of this stuff. We won't ask who her favorite kid is, but
don't you ask that, because you know your brother's my friend.
Yeah, because Mark used to do all of our parties. So, right, what'd you say, Mom?
All of my children are different, and I love each one of them for their individuality and for whom they are. And I will always treasure that.
Good answer.
And always know that.
Good answer.
That's a good
answer. Mrs. Finkel,
answer.
thank you for calling in. It has been a pleasure speaking with you. I told Lisa that I was gonna I didn't mean it, but I told Lisa I was gonna say some stuff that only a friend would say, but I decided to be nice because the story was so good. I don't even have to spice it up. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your commitment to family. Thank you for surviving cancer. Thank you for tolerating these children. I have children. I am a children. Thank you for tolerating them, but putting them in a space to touch people every day. And thank you for being a true Chicagoan, because you definitely passed the test.
Thank you, and I hope to see you soon, Dawn. And
I promise. And
love your program, and love you.
Thank you. I love you right back. That is Roz Finkel, a.k.a. Rosalind Finkel,
Love you,
a.k.a.
Ma.
Utta Mommy, a.k.a. a real G. That's a real G right there. You have to explain to her what a real G is. She said Inglewood, 63rd and Racine.
And that's where my grandfather had his store there.
Yeah.
My grandfather who came, right, he had gone.
You know what's on 63rd and Racine right now? An abandoned building.
Yeah.
But, I got family over right off Racine in 63rd. Shouts out to Stephanie Coleman. That's her ward.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Maybe should do some history. Roz Finkel, who's that girl? Woman Crush Wednesday, the creator of this one, Lisa E. We're going to take a break. This is the Book of Dawn. That was the teacher. I got more words that you better say right. And then I got to start a little trouble because young Thugger got the nerve to be talking about Jay-Z. He's better than Jay-Z. I am done. Okay? We'll be right back.
Chris the Critic Relationship Hour with Gina B. Why you are not married. Number one, you ain't all that. I know that's hard for y'all to swallow. I don't look as good as my 22-year-old self. People need to realize that. You just ain't all that. And I get it. I got this master's degree. I went to this school, that school. I worked hard for this job, for this house. And then she over there got that man. And you don't have one. Men are very simple creatures. So, ladies, for you very accomplished ladies, I got some advice for them.
What's that?
I always say it like this. You can write this one down. Be a kitten, not a cat. What does that mean, Chris?
What does that mean?
Friendly. It almost acts like a puppy. And you want to play with it. You want to look at the little kid. It just makes you feel good. Now, have you ever seen an adult cat? When it feels like it, it might rub against your leg and move away. But is that men like kittens?
Kittens will play with anybody. A cat is particular.
Listen, what did we learn? Men are very simple creatures.
Right.
You can fool us. We want you to laugh at our dumb jokes. So all you super smart women out there, you good looking women, you see a guy you like, you guys do make it out on a date, he actually pays for the date. When you're actually with that person, the dialogue is happening, the dinner is happening, you say, okay, this might work. It would help if you act a little blind.
Oh my God, Becky.
I mean, you're going to hear me say that a lot. I mean, be nice to him.
Okay.
You hear the worst joke ever, but if you sort of like them, laugh at it. There you go. Hey, it's a lot of married women out there. If we got any married women chiming in, if I'm telling a lie,
I want a fake laugh.
Let me know. Right.
What you're saying is that we should cater to the male ego, and that's what's ultimately going to get us married.
I'm first saying recognize that I think some of us, more women than men, look in the mirror. You ever seen a little lion look in the mirror and see somebody real big? They see somebody a little more fine than what they are. And I'm not calling anybody ugly, so I'm not here to bash anybody.
Let's look at Middle America, okay? Middle America is not attractive.
They're not?
Middle America is largely married.
Okay, I think we're on the same page there. People we get stuck to reality shows sometime and think we're supposed to have, I got a degree in a house, so I'm supposed to have Idris Elba or his twin.
Well, I mean, have you noticed, okay, so you remember your friends from high school, right? And you remember how they had all of these qualifications for, if she's going to lock me down, she got to be this, that. She's got to have an ass like bam.
That's all we really looked at. Stop right there. You had me at. That's really... What are men? Simple creatures. We want to be fed. We want you to laugh at us, give us some, and that's it.
Boys, step aside. The Radio Rookie is in the building. The Book of Dawn, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on What's In It for the Black People Media.
Oh, baby. I mean, I know that you're here with me and everything, but... since you just left a few hours ago, I've just been going crazy. And I done come to realize one thing. Oh, baby, I miss you. Yeah.
Yes. Come on, Slick. Early in the morning. So addicted. Are you guys addicted to the Book of Dawn yet? Because if you're not,
oh yeah,
I got to do better. I want you to be addicted to me like I am to go to Power and SVU. And I'm just gonna go on and on. But I do Power. I watch it at midnight. I can't wait till Sunday night. I'm up. I go to sleep early so I can wake up at midnight to watch it. Yeah, it's all the song. Yeah, see when Slick and Steve Huff, when y'all finish my intro song, then we'll grab them like Power grabbed me. You know, they say it's a big rich time. Yeah, when they sing it, then they'll be like, you'll listen because you'll just want to hear the intro song, and then what'll happen is you'll fall in love with me like I fell in love with Ghost and Tariq, and they're my family now. Like, yeah, I know them like family. I ain't going to say I'm pleased right now with Mary J. because it doesn't seem like she's acting, but it's cool.
I'm going to just have to buy it.
Today is Wednesday, so when we leave here today, the bigs come, right?
Yeah.
Right. I haven't seen them, it seems like, in forever.
Man.
Yeah.
Forever.
And ever. I didn't give you the word of the day earlier. Let me give it to you now. Listen carefully. Do not be confused with what I'm about to say because it's going to confuse you. The word is mensuration. Did you see that face?
What?
Mensuration. Don't see.
No, that's another word, though. There's another word that sounds like that people do say wrong, too.
Pronounce mensuration, okay? This word has its origins in Latin. It means measuring. Okay, so yeah. So which could connect itself to the other word that y'all thought I was saying. But however, I'm gonna give you an example, and I'm gonna use Candace Mack as my example.
Okay.
She loves to bake. She has a company called Baking Me Happy, right? So if I apply this to Candace, I would say careful mensuration is an essential part of consistent baking.
Yeah.
Because you got to be precise with your measurement.
Because you don't want to put 4 tablespoons of
salt when it's supposed to be sugar.
Right.
And
it's supposed to be just a pinch, right?
Correct. Yes, mensuration. So just I just want to broaden your horizons.
Now, going back to the other word that it sounds like, is it pronounced, people say menstruation or menstruation? You know how people say it's menstruation?
No, it's not. Hey, your mama done told you wrong. All right, let's get back to this lesson real quick, and then we're going to talk about thugger. What the thugger? That baby crazy. So, we did the library, right? We did the Frigidaire, we did the commode. All right. Things that old black people would say. Get your granny before I do that, I said granny, I thought about my granny, I thought about my first cousin, Satia, Chef Satia. Next week, we are going to have a cooking segment with her. Yeah. She's going to come up with something that she can cook. We're going to see it like, we're going to take what we would normally do in here and do it. And she's going to, she's in this thread. Chef Satia, if you could shout out, maybe if you guys can tell her what you want to learn how to make next week. I don't know, shrimp and grits or something. I don't know. Would you like, shrimp and grits? Like, Flo, you good? Are you here on Thursdays? Or
I'm here tomorrow.
Okay. So shrimp and, let's give her some ideas so she can get her little stuff together and we can do it like TV clips and we can learn how to make something we don't know how to make.
Yeah.
So,
sounds good to me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't ask her like to make greens or short ribs or anything because it'll take too long. But shrimp and grits, she should be able to do while we're on the air, start to finish. Okay. Chef Satia, you can follow her on Instagram as well and get some ideas. So back to my granny, and Jeremiah Frazier might be able to help with this one. Things that old black people would say. If it's good for the goose, it's what?
Good for the gander?
Good for the gander. Yes, that's the old black speak.
Oh, okay.
This should be a book.
I've heard those too.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Now I know why your freaking mom and dad are from Inglewood.
No, my mother will not. My mother claims North Side.
Well, she is North Side. How about this one? this happens a lot. I almost slipped and said something about. I looked at this name on this page, this name, and almost said that they did that, but I almost said it out loud. Okay. You ever heard about writing checks your ass can't cash? Yeah. Don't write checks your ass can't cash. You know what that means, right? When you write a check your ass can't, I mean you popping off at the mouth and ain't gonna throw rice at a wedding. Yeah. But yeah. So fall back with the tough talk. You know, it's like being a studio gangster. Oh gosh, I'm in the studio, but I'm not a studio gangster because I don't know. Lisa's mom might still be watching. I don't want to say it. Okay, I don't think she knows that I've been to the police. Oh, I don't think she knows. Oh, okay. How about this? Did your uncle ever tell you they were going to see a man about a dog? Yeah.
That's wait. No, your auntie supposed to say a man about a dog.
No.
Or your uncle.
Your uncle going to see a man about a dog. No, yeah, that's a daddy. That's a man thing. That's a cat daddy move. Where you going, daddy? I'm going to see a man about a dog.
I don't know. I've heard a lot of women, older women in my family say that, so I think that's hilarious.
Really?
As long as right.
But the point is they not going to see no damn Rockwallers.
Exactly.
Right. They're not going for Rockwallers. How about this one? A hard head makes a soft behind. Now, my butt got whooped many times. I don't remember it being soft. It for sure hurt. Yeah. But I don't ever remember. And here's the thing. Usually after you hit something long enough, it's supposed to not hurt anymore.
No,
never
that's
happened
not
for
true.
Me.
No, not true.
Yeah. Hard head make a soft behind. Let's see. Got that one.
No, hard makes a bruise behind.
Have you know anybody that's crazy as a road lizard?
Wait, say that. Just the way you
said it.
She's
crazier than a road lizard. You have to say it fast. Boy, that man crazier than a road lizard. I only lizards I know are the ones that I see when I'm, in the Caribbean and down. But I didn't know there were specific lizards for the road. Like, I do know that when we were in Florida a couple weeks back visiting my mother-in-law, we were driving from Fort Lauderdale into where she lived, and it was like a turtle crossing. It's this one whole stretch of the freeway was just turtles crossing over. Well, and one was like we were approaching it, and that sucker, if anybody ever tell you a turtle can't run, they lie. Turtle. That
well,
mud was
why
like,
do you guys
like Carl Lewis turtle?
Do you know why the turtle crossed the road? He was trying to get to the Shell station.
That was good. I like Shell, so I like that.
Pulled that one out the archive, huh?
I like to just.
I like that. But because I like Shell. Like I will run out of gas looking for Shell. Oh. Matter of fact, I have run out of gas driving to Indianapolis. I'm like, they're like, Mommy, it's gas stations right there. I'm like, it's not Shell. And sure enough, my car's like 3 miles, and then you're like, and then it's like, and the car starts jerking. And do you know how I'm out of gas? Let me call Mr. Milhouse.
I just had a flashback. I can't say it out loud, but whenever you say Indianapolis, I just picture one scene, and that's it. And you already know what I'm talking about.
How about this? Oh, Mac said I'm here. Uncle Mac said I'm here. Uncle Mac put a joke in the thread because he's here.
Oh, is that the joke from the jokes you were saying yesterday?
Uncle Mac.
Oh, yeah.
I'm here.
Is that the one with the
That's
belt?
Mac. When Mac comes and he very calmly says, "I'm here," and he's enamored with elevators. Let me just say it like that. Uncle Mac says, "I'm here."
No, my favorite joke was, why did the belt get arrested? Because he held the pants up.
Oh, yesterday.
That was funny.
That was good. Wait, somebody said Lisa, that cackle child. Okay, so wait. Ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. Okay. That's the old black speak. Ain't got a pot to piss in or that means you really have nothing. I have nothing. Nothing.
Right.
Yeah. She ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. All this you have to say fast and sassy. Okay? Slick up. Do you know? I know several. Do you know anybody slicker than an oil can? Slicker than 5W30.
I like that.
Yeah, I know some. Slicker than 5W30. That means your nickel slick to an oil can. Yeah, it's a lot of ways to say that. I just said it 3 different ways. Yeah. Well, how about this one? A hurt dog will holler.
Oh.
No.
I know, but I don't like when people put dogs in sayings.
A hurt dog will holler. You play what my mama said, you play in mud, you get dirty or something like that. You play with dogs, you get fleas. That's what my mother used to say. I was like, ooh, I don't want fleas.
Oh.
Yeah. You play with dogs, you get fleas. Yeah.
Can we change a bunch? I don't like all the dog things.
No, you got. Who else?
Like when people say dirt.
You know?
Yeah. I don't know. No. My dogs never did. Thank God.
I tell you this all the time. A dog that'll bring a bone will carry one.
Yeah.
Don't I tell you that all the time? Oh yeah. If somebody run and tell you something, know that they running and telling somebody else something that they got from that same conversation. A dog that will bring a bone will carry one. I'm just saying. That's why I'm like, the blood of Jesus. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
Yeah.
What the why? What the why? Why would you want to be a monkey's uncle? I mean, no disrespect to monkeys, but
I always wanted a monkey though.
I know, but you didn't want to be the uncle.
No, I don't want to be an uncle. I want to be like a mommy.
I saw this one and I said, I never heard that. They said, well, I'll be John Brown. I said, oh, okay, that's probably what the people say yesterday, we Chicago-sippian or
right.
Chicago, yeah, that's probably from Sippy.
Was it yet? Wasn't there a song? Well, John Brown. Wasn't it called John Brown or John Brown's Body? I don't know.
I don't know. Sound like an old Negro spiritualist.
No, I was trying to say, well, John Brown, he did.
This is what I have heard, though. Stay out of grown people's business.
Yeah, I've heard
stay
that.
Stay out of grown folks' business.
I still get told that.
How about when your mama told you she was going to knock you into next week?
Yeah.
You're like, dang.
I was like,
can you wait till after Friday? Because that's when Zoom comes
Can you knock me past 2020? Right.
Please, mommy, knock me. How about this one? My mother was good for this one. I brought you into this world and I'll take you out.
Yeah.
You about to kill me?
Right. That's why I was like, that's, yeah.
But I heard
felt
like it was happening.
I think that was a parent thing. Yeah. I heard
How about
that.
3 sheets to the wind? Girl, 3 sheets to the wind. What? I'm trying to figure, does that mean wavy or flowy?
Right.
I haven't figured it out. If y'all can help me figure it out.
But that's what they call drunk people, right? 3 sheets to the wind.
Oh, could be. But so that means you're staggering.
I guess, yeah, like you're.
Yeah. How about the price of tea in China? How much is tea in China?
I don't know. I don't even like tea in Illinois. I mean, I don't know. You're a tea drinker. I don't even.
But how much is tea in China? Is it? Somebody help me. This is the Book of Dawn. We'll be right back. We're going to take a break.
Siri.
How much is the tea in China? Alexa! How much is the tea in China?
Wait, everybody's Alexas are going off.
We'll be right back.
Google!
Introducing your trusted source for high-quality Black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe Black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of Black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Greek events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Greek members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
Boys, step aside. The Radio Rookie is in the building. The Book of Dawn, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on What's In It for the Black People Media.
I don't know what you did, but you did it right. Girl, you make it look so easy. Everywhere you go, heads turning left and right. Can't say you a dime, you're a 20-piece. Cause girl, you're the reason I be acting funny. Everything in me telling me don't let out everywhere you go. Girl, I want you as bad as I want a check. Cause you're sexy from head to toe. Girl, you're the reason I be acting funny. Everything in me telling me all that you get away. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your bodyguard, not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nails done, when you put your grown on. It's something about you when you put your grown on. Oh, when you're waking up straight out of bed, girl, why you gotta look so good? Oh, when you're at the job just taking a break, girl, why you gotta look so good? In the club turning up, why you gotta look so good? On the dance floor giving more. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Girl, you know you be killing them when you be getting your own woman on. Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done and your nails done, when you put that grown on, girl, why you gotta look so good? Girl, why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good?
This is like I feel like, keep it right there. Oh, we need the instrumental.
Man.
That's
I'm
a
so
freestyle.
glad I'm getting my hair done after the Book of Dawn. So I'll be looking so good.
Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good?
But I bite my nails so they won't be done. But my hair will be.
Why she gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? It's your turn.
Why you gotta look so good?
No, you have to sing the answer. Play the game. Okay. Uncle Mac said the joke is, how did the barber win the race?
You cut ahead of everyone?
Oh.
You clipped everybody?
Wait a minute. I don't know if that one was. Okay. Candace, what's the answer? How did the barber win the race? But both of those answers are good. I see where you're going. Okay, we're going to wait. She's going to say it. Candace, what's the answer? You can text me so I can say it, or you can put it in thread. Either way. That was good. Your answer was?
He cut ahead of everyone.
He cut ahead. And yours was?
He clipped everybody?
Okay. Those are both. I'm gonna err on ding ding. Hey, speaking of, did you see, this was a setup. Did you see To Tell the Truth last night?
No. But
Deion Cole was on there. First of all, he's hilarious. Him and Raven Simone. But Casper was on there. Casper Slide Man. What's his name?
Casper was on To Tell the Truth? Was he the person? Like,
yeah, it was. The thing was, one of these people created the slide.
Wait, Deion, Deion knew him. Deion busted him out, right?
No, he ain't busted him out. They acted like, I'm like, this is not fair, because of course Deion knows who he is, and the other people guessed it wrong. And then Casper was and Deion guessed it. Deion got the coveted Doris trophy. So now Anthony gives.
Did Anthony's mother, right? Did she guess the right one?
She guessed the wrong one.
See, to me, that's like that to me is like a no-brainer.
I didn't know he made the other slide though. He didn't just make the Casper slide.
Yeah, he did a few of them.
I gotta.
How did he look? He looked okay.
He actually looked better than he did that day he was mad at me at MV.
Right. Well, he's been battling cancer.
I didn't know. He looks fantastic.
So that's good. Yeah,
he looks
been
fantastic
battling for a couple years. So.
Oh, the barber. How did the barber win the race? He knew a shortcut.
Well played. Well played.
That's good.
Very good. That was very good. A+. That's a good. That was, yeah. You guys were close, but no cigar.
Men love barber. That's a whole nother thing. Barber. Man, my dad went in right next to Al's Deli. It was whatever. It was like South Chicago or Chicago Heights, Southgate, whatever. My dad used to go to the barber there, and they would have pretzels and Pepsi, or like, remember those orange Crush bottles?
Did it have the thing?
Yeah. Steve the barber. And then we would go in there, but they would always have like Playboy books and stuff. But we went in because they would, But we used to go get pretzels, and he would actually give us those. Remember the old fashioned bottles of pop, and we would get like an orange Crush, and we thought we were. I
remember
so cool.
soda, but okay. Yeah. Okay.
Pop, orange Crush pop.
All right. Before we have to get out of here, let me just tell Thugger, Young Thug, whatever you call him. Bruh says out loud that he has more songs in his catalog that people know in competition with Jay-Z. He said Jay-Z don't have 30 or 40 songs people can name right off the rip. Is he on the Percocet?
Then he tried to come back saying, "Don't have Jay-Z on me because of this internet stuff." Well,
you said that.
You said it right,
bruh. Jay-Z, for the record, has 22 Grammys, 7 BET Awards, 7 VMA Awards. He's the first rapper inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. He has 100 million plus records sold, 13 solo studio albums. He has the record for the #1 debut hits coming out, at second only to the Beatles.
And he's got my theme song, "I'm a hustler, baby. I just want you to know."
You got to do that. Take that off Broadway. Come on to where your daddy from.
But I could have done the Annie stuff for him for Hard Knock Life.
Come on, you just did the Hustler, baby, and you were on Broadway. I'm gonna need you to take that back.
I'm a hustler, baby. I just want you to know.
You keep adding Broadway to it.
Where I'm about to go.
One of my favorite songs.
That is a jam. I can't
song.
even say come on, Jay's the GOAT. Beat it.
I just did a list of 30 songs and I posted it on my Facebook.
I'm about to, because are you kidding me? Like, what's wrong? He's on the Motley Percocet. Don't they say that a lot in their songs? I don't think
Young Thug has a song better than Big Pimpin'.
Right. And how long ago did that come out?
It's about 20 years.
Right.
I was like 9 years old.
Right. So, bruh. Stop. No. And here, wait, hold on. Let's add another level of foolery to it. Jay-Z ain't making songs in 30 seconds on the boop, 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 scoop, boop. Right. He's not doing that. You got 39 songs because they're all called skirt, skirt, bok, bok, rock, rock. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Young Thug. His music doesn't make sense to me. His image doesn't make sense to me. I'm just not a fan of this guy. So I just think for you to aim for the GOAT.
That's like me coming on here, Mace pulling me out of nowhere, putting a mic in my hand, and me coming here talking about Cheryl Burton, where you at? No, that's not how. Oprah Winfrey, wait, that's like me. Cut it out. Yeah, Oprah, see me after.
Yeah, but you would say it in a joking way. I mean, but
no, he was dead ass.
Yeah, I know. Even the creativity, like you talk about the Broadway scene. Now I'm thinking about the Annie. I'm thinking about the Oliver. Remember Oliver Twist? I do anything for you.
Yeah,
that was from Oliver Twist. Yeah, that. And
see, she keeps your mama done gave you the credibility that you needed.
But I could have done the Hard Knock Life. He could pay me less.
Your mom, Miss Roz came on here and validated that you got Inglewood in your bloodstream.
No. So remember we were talking about...
And you're still... Oh my God.
It's so funny. You were talking about people. We were talking about some other things that personalities do. And so Jay-Z was coming to the station, and this is when I was at Power. Jay-Z was coming in the morning show, and I had met Jay-Z. I don't like to dress up.
But he's not your friend. You met him.
No, he's cool. Yeah, he's cool. Well, we're acquaintances. Yeah, we're cool with each other. He's a real nice guy. Him and Beyonce are super nice. But anyway, Jay comes to the studio, and I have my big slippers. I like to wear slippers. I have my big Scooby-Doo slippers. People on the morning show.
That's the question, slippers versus house shoes. She from the suburbs. She said slippers, but go ahead.
They got dressed up. The females were dressed up like they wanted to get chosen. What did Jay-Z say when he came to the studio? He looked, man, I love those Scooby-Doos. He was like, everybody just left there like only Lisa. Everybody got dressed up because they wanted Jay-Z to like notice them, and he liked my Scooby-Doo slippers.
Madam President, Madam Carey said, Lisa, you got to come off Broadway now.
I know, I am.
Tell her, Madam President.
I will. That's because I didn't have the freestyle.
Her mama gave her a little badge. She got a little Inglewood, 63rd Inglewood High School, even though my principal, Alan Easterreich, went there too, but it was a different Inglewood. That was before they moved black people over there and pushed the white people to the suburbs. That was part of the gentrification.
You know, Jay-Z does everything. Him and his wife do everything next level. You heard about what Beyonce did, her lavish gift for Gucci Man?
I heard, but I didn't think it was lavish, and I'm gonna tell you why.
They gave the Tiffany and Company the
spoon and fork. Well, maybe then I'm lavish because every person I know that's had a baby in the last 15 years, that's my gift.
Oh, really? The spoon
engraved.
And fork from
yeah. So when I saw that, I was like,
from Tiffany?
Yeah. Yes,
but that means you guys have both good taste.
Yeah, but lavish, she could have, maybe she don't, because that only cost $200.
Yeah.
$200 to Beyonce is like a cup of Starbucks.
Right.
I love Starbucks. I love Beyonce, but that wasn't lavish. If you want to, now you can get lavish in Tiffany.
But for a baby? Well, I guess the baby can keep
that.
It's a keepsake.
Keepsake.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do that from Tiffany, or I do the banks. So they have a boy bank, a piggy bank. One is pink and white, and one is blue and white.
Now, can I pretend I had a baby and just get a Tiffany's bracelet?
Yeah, sure.
Right. My baby prefers a bracelet.
No, for you. No.
Right. No. You're like, why do I have to get punished because I ain't had no kids?
Right.
Like, do you like Sex and the City when she got her Manolo Blahnik stolen, and she had when Carrie had a shower for herself.
Sex and the City?
Yeah.
You ain't know? Did you listen to JC say it's Carrie fever?
I love Patagonia.
This is my Christmas present.
Oh, I love Patagonia. That white jacket that I wear all the time that I had to wash because I didn't realize. Oh, I'm sorry. I love that. Hey, listen, y'all. Listen, before we leave, I promised you guys when Kim was on the autism show that I would bring the product, and you know my word is bond. I don't play with my words, okay? Grandma and Grace, natural oils. I told you that I would bring it.
Yeah.
This is the new packaging. I've been meaning to bring this for the last 3 days, but yeah, this will grow your hair if you need your hair growed, okay? Here's 2 things. Let me tell you 2 things. One of them I got from Trez over at Sip and Savor. He posted this morning. I thought it was really dope. It says, life can be truly ironic at some times. It takes sadness to know happiness, noise to appreciate silence, and absence to value presence. I thought that was really, really, let me give him some credit. Trez, that was good stuff. He says, it takes, let's see, bear with me, guys. I'm not Lisa's mom. I don't type that fast. I type kind of fast. I took typing. To know it takes sadness to know happiness, noise to appreciate silence, and absence to value presence. That's good-ish. Thanks, Trez, for one of my 2 things. Appreciate you for that, bro. The other, I can delete it now. The other thing, it's in here. Come on, just hold on. Scrolly.
Be like in Vogue and hold on.
Right. Hold on to your love.
That song, though, man.
You got them. Okay, this one's for you. This one's for you, and this one's for y'all. I think it's important to realize that no matter how good you are to people, it won't make them good to you.
Can you get that in a wall frame, please? Right. I need to buy a billboard.
It's important, not important, to realize, I actually am good typing, that no matter how good you are to people, P-E-O-P-L-E, it will not make them good to you. That's a word. That's a whole sermon. Okay? Take that with you today.
Good to you.
Thank you for tuning in to the Book of Dawn from the What's in It for the Black People Media Studios. Carrie, good job. I love the jacket. I love Patagonia.
That is very nice.
Very nice. Could you, I guess we work tomorrow. We don't work Friday, though. Okay, we better not, because I'm going to call in sick.
Could you do that one more time?
What's wrong? My eye twitching, my leg jerking. It's probably the champagne.
So tomorrow, then I won't see you till next year.
Yeah. Aww. So tune in tomorrow. Turn the page. Hang out with us tomorrow. Make sure you use your voice and your actions. Inconvenience yourself. I'm going to keep saying Jeremiah's words. Inconvenience yourself.
I love that. I think so, yeah.
Be a blessing to somebody. I mean, get some business.
It doesn't matter how little. That little bit that you think is little could be the world to somebody.
And, hey, this ain't over. The party's not over in my Teddy Riley voice. We had the Maze Jackson show with Ruthie and Ron and, Maze and Sonya and Ruthie and Todd. Maze and Sonya, Ruthie and Todd. So today it was Maze and Ron and Ruthie and Todd, okay?
Right.
Then the Book of Dawn, and I'm going to include the OG in it today, with OG Roz Fink. OG Roz Finkel, Peanut Butter, Lisa E, and the Dawn Milhouse. They got my name right today.
Yeah, Finkel was not radio friendly. When I used to, and we got Doug Banks and Lisa Finkel. No, Finkel's not radio friendly.
No, Finkel's Romanian, and I have the notes here. Romanian and
Finkel.
Polish.
No, well, Finkel was my dad's name, so that was Austrian and Russian.
No,
because Finkel, that my mom's last name was not Finkel.
Right, but your mama said your daddy from Poland.
No, not my dad. That her dad, my grandfather.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, my dad. No, my dad was from here, but my grandfather was from Russia, and my grandmother was from Austria on the Finkel side.
On the Fink.
That was the Rassoff side.
Fink. That's what Crazy Howard used to call you, Fink.
Fink. Yeah.
Let's see. So next, the Bigs.
The Bigs.
Did you know that it was the only accredited, certified, real media, black media, you dig, in the city, probably in the state of Data Shed. They certified, they real, they legit.
That's good.
Then, Salim first. Salim, I forgot about
Today's
Salim.
Wednesday.
Today is Wednesday. Salim, Journey into Muwakil's world. Next, and then the Bigs. I guess thought I was gonna see my little big brother, so I got a little frantic. I see Frankie Beverly, aka Salim, all the time. And then we rounded out with Is Wiz. I said what I said. They said what they said. They mean what they said. Is Wiz. My little big brother is Herban too, who I adore. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Friday, y'all know what Friday is, right?
Tomorrow.
Nope, 2 days.
Oh.
But you know what happens on Friday?
New Year.
We, Roll Tide.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah. Kick
Alabama
Notre Dame.
Yeah. Butte.
So.
Buttocks.
Do you say buttocks or booty?
Do you say or ass?
Tushy, right? We say tushy.
Tushy, ass, buttocks. When somebody told me the other day, when we were talking about the ways to say have sex, somebody told me a good one, and I forgot. I said nobody said that. Anyway, Lisa's mom's probably still listening, so we can't even talk about it. Peace.